was just a mortal man. When he spoke up, all the gods, they just laughed at him. When he swore on them, he would have them all. They would be on bended knee and would be in his thrall. Cause started pinning so good, he's a voodoo king. Slick with them words, pen and paper, you gon' need a sling. Yeah, he good, nigga out here bragging. The gods say he the new threat, little dragon.
I'm Harambe, I'm dragging in this hoe. No plumber ass out, but my dragon ass to show. Hey. And welcome to my podcast. Welcome to the Nebuchadnezzar podcast, also known as the Ponderer, Ganderer. No, that was the first name of our episode. What am I, drunk? Yes, I am, but that's none of your business. My body, my choice. So welcome to the first episode of the Ponder Gander podcast. That is the official name of my podcast, and I'm going to stick with it, and I'm not going to change it. Today, we're just going to, I'm not going to rant. Usually that's kind of what this podcast is. Usually what I do is I kind of just rant and rave about bullshit that's going on in the world or things that I find interesting. Or things that I think that I should share with the rest of you. I should share with other human beings. We all live on the same planet. All this information may affect us all. So I'll share. But today I'm just going to be talking about the state of the world. You know, it's some bullshit. And we always have this conversation. We always find ourselves around the fire talking about this, the same old story, the state of the world. Everything's gone to shit. I'm like, everything has gone to shit since we could fathom. You know what I mean? But in actuality, what I'm talking about is the fucking coronavirus and how it has divided everybody. And not the coronavirus itself, but the vaccine for the coronavirus that has divided people. I'm hearing stories and shit about people not being invited to goddamn weddings. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. But people not being invited to weddings. Excuse me, I'm trying to sit up. But yeah, people are not being invited to weddings because Sarah, you're not vaccinated and, Mama Mabel's going to be here and, she don't really want you here giving the kids the cooties, since you're an anti-vaxxer and you don't want to, whatever type of bullshit that they got going on. And I'm just like, is that right? I thought it should just be a choice. You know what I mean? I thought getting the vaccine was a choice. I mean, the shit is free. So, there's nothing holding you back. Like, I don't have no medical, da-da-da. It's just a choice that you make. I thought that's what it was. But now it's a divide amongst the humans. The humans are dividing themselves. And I don't say that like I'm not a part of the human race, but to me that just makes it sound a little bit funnier, don't it? But the humans are arguing. The humans are bickering amongst themselves. They've had a disease flow into their world. Origins unknown, doesn't matter, it's here, who cares? It's killing people. Doesn't matter where it came from. Could have came out of a Jack-in-the-Box or could have came out of a Jack-in-the-Box munchie meal. It's here and it's killing. So, that's why some people are geared towards getting the vaccine. And that's why myself, I'm just like, well, fuck it. I went ahead and did it. Because I'm just like, I work with the public. I have a very public fucking job and I deal with people coming from God knows fucking where. And I mean literally only God knows where the fuck they came from. So it would behoove me to, protect myself. And that was my thinking with it. I was just like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but I know we all masked up and the world around me has changed in a way that I've never seen it change before. I've never seen or lived through anything like this. And it's killing people. People are really getting sick. Like, you know what I mean? This isn't fake. It's real life. And watching the media and stuff like that and seeing these stories about people who get the plague and then they die from the plague, it does something to you. You're just like, fuck, that could be me. Or somebody I know or care about. You know what I mean? And let's cut the bullshit. Before I got it, I was thinking, before I went and got the V, I was thinking, all types of stuff. I was like, what's in it? They're like, oh, well, this is a new type of vaccine. What's in it? You know what I mean? Because we can pull up the sheets and see, from the past. Like, well, it wasn't what you said it was. This was actually, you know what I mean? Like, and I was thinking all these different kind of things and stuff like this. And this is not some ploy to try to get you to go get it or not. I'm just basically telling you what was in this human brain. You know what I mean? Just telling you how I process through all of this, all the chaos that's going on around you. And that's what made me get it. I'm like, people are dying to the left and the right. I turned the news on. I saw India. I almost died. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the hell is going on? The world has just been changed. The people in the commercials on the television are wearing masks. All the commercials have been maskified. That's my new word. They've all been maskified. Like within the first, several weeks or something of when the plague started. It was like Burger King, I remember, had a commercial and they were all, they were telling you how they were going to still be up and running and serving you that chicken sandwich and, that BK meal for $1, dollar nuggets, pigeon meat, and they were going to ensure that everything was properly taken care of, all these protocols and measures. I'm like, that's all fine and good, but I'm just like, I'm looking at the TV and I'm like, the landscape is looking goofy. Like, I've just never seen it to this magnitude, like a disease just take over the whole world, like a plague. We are in its grasp. And I'm just like, oh, You know what I mean? It's just like, what the hell? So that's what prompted me to go get it. I was like, let me go get this. I don't want to die. So that was the bottom line on mine. I was just like, I don't want to die. And before I got it, like I was saying, I was thinking all that stuff, you know what I mean? I was like, just cut the bullshit. I don't want to die. I don't want to lose my life. Don't want to pass this on to anybody. Just trying to take precautions. And even though still taking the precautions, it's like, you can still get it with the vaccine. My thinking is that even if you do, my thinking and my hope is even if you do have the vaccine and you got the double dose or the 3 dose, because before when I was at the pharmacy, I told the lady, I was like, yeah, I'm going to laminate my vaccine card. She's like, oh no, don't laminate it just yet. Just put it in a plastic sleeve because the 3rd dose. I'm like, the 3rd dose? I thought it was just 2. Okay, well, I've heard whispers of a booster, like a baby was going in the car with us. So I'm like, all right, okay, more. Okay. Doesn't make me, I'm just like, oh, all right. Okay, but I'm like, all right, I got some kind of protection, on top of my own immune system. Because I'm like, before I got it, I'm like, I'm not sure. Perhaps I may have ran into it and been okay. I'm like, I have no idea. But that's why I got it. I just wanted to have some type of protection out here while this villain roams the shadows. Some type of safe haven. But it's not foolproof. You know what I mean? Like, no vaccine is foolproof. But, I just got it to have the protection. But I'm noticing now, like, more people are getting vaccinated as time goes on because, we all contemplate and we think about it. You weigh your options and your reasoning just like I did, because I have a public job and I deal with a lot of different kind of people where I don't know what you have. You know what I mean? And they come from only God knows where. And I mean, really, only God knows where. And I'm like, I'm dealing with them, touching things that they have. I do customer service, so, retail. I'm dealing with all kinds of people, touching stuff they had, da-da-da-da. I'm like, it's not a matter of if you get it, Mikey. It's when. You touching all the shit they got. They don't know if they have it or not. Maybe they on the same shit you are. Wishful thinking. I wash my hands, but sometimes you might just slip up. You might just slip up like soap in a hand. So that's why I went ahead and got it. But what I don't like is how the media, blogs and shit are like trying to like scare people. There's a lot of these stories, and I'm going to share one with you. They have a lot of these different stories where they try to scare you into getting the vaccine. Like they have people literally reporting from a hospital bed via TikTok or Snapchat, telling you in their, from their deathbed essentially